Hey everyone, this is Ray Pareka of EntertainmentBuddha.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at Divinity Original Sin. For those of you who aren't aware, Divinity Original Sin is the RPG coming out of Larian Studios that is currently in an alpha build. Despite being in an alpha, it is available for purchase via Steam Early Access, so if you think that's something you'd be interested in, I will include the link to the Steam page in the description, so feel free to head on over there after watching this video. With that being said, we're going to jump right into a new game and see what this has to offer. So because Divinity Original Sin is in such an early alpha state, you can expect a few hiccups as we're experiencing now. Despite it taking a while to load, as you can see, I haven't had it crash on me. So if you have a little patience, you'll be fine. So after starting a new game, we're thrown right into the character creation screen. We have our two heroes. This is Roderick, if I recall, and this is Scarlet. You're not given too much by way of customization this early in the alpha, but you are allowed to play around with a few of the game's classes. We have the Wizard, the Warrior, and the Ranger. All of them have different strengths, abilities, let's see, as you can see, and of course talents. I personally am very excited about the talent system. As a big RPG fan, I like seeing this much in terms of customization, and I'm very excited to play around with it some more. For the purposes of this preview, I'm just going to jump right in as a wizard. I'm going to have both of them being wizards, because why not? Hit OK, and we're thrown right into the game. So anyone who has played or has some experience with RPGs will be able to jump right into Divinity Original Sin and feel pretty comfortable. It controls simply by, I'm just holding down the mouse in the direction I want to go, and my heroes are following. Let's see what this is. We'll pick that up. So simply pressing I brings up the inventory. As you can see, I have Fireball Scroll, minor healing potion, our orders, and I just picked up that rain scroll. We'll check out our orders, see what's going on. So our orders are to investigate the recent murder of one Counselor Jake and inspect Cecile for evidence of source magic. And they've given us those scrolls, which are very powerful, so hopefully we'll get to use them as this little preview continues. So for now, we'll keep investigating, see where Cecile is. Of course, you can interact with most things, so let's check out this crate. Nothing to offer us. How about this one? Nothing to offer us. We'll close that. Despite being in such an early state, Divinity does look great, as you can see. Oh, never mind. We'll talk about how good the game looks after this combat. Okay, so Divinity Original Sin is a very traditional RPG in this sense. We're going to be having turn-based combat, as you can see. So I'm going to start by moving Roderick up, surveying what we're up against. Some crabs, it seems. We'll use the spell Flare. And we're going to cast it. This crab one. Some pretty good success with that. So now we can end our turn to Scarlet into position. She started further away. Don't have enough action points to do anything except cast Regenerate, but obviously we do not need that as we're both at full health. So we'll end her turn and allow the crabs to move into position. Again, we're going to cast it down here. And that was pretty cool. It hit the crowd that was in front of Roderick, as well as went back down towards that matriarch. Wasn't expecting that, but it's very nice indeed. Hopefully we can take out this crab matriarch. Gonna just cast Flare again. We seem to have some pretty good success with it so far. Case in point. His turn was Roderick, so I'll end his turn. Jump back to Scarlet. Have her cast on his Underland. Finish him off. Have her get a little closer. So after finishing combat, you can press the Alt key as it said, and it highlights different pick-upable items that dropped after combat or during combat. So I picked up those 2 crab legs. They've got some gravestones to mark the dearly departed crabs. And we're gonna head on further down the road and keep exploring. So as I was saying before we jumped into that combat, Divinity looks great. As you can see, even zooming in, the character models look great. I like how stylized they are, but it still feels very traditional fantasy at the same time. Textures surrounding us look awesome, even for such an early build. Just talking about the camera, as you can see once more. Alright, seem to have discovered a waypoint, which I'm assuming is more of a fast travel related thing. Check it out just in case there are any ones that I've discovered that I wasn't aware of, but no, there doesn't seem to. So instead we will soldier on towards our destination without transportation. Alright, seem to have some I guess drunk soldiers. Let's see what they have to tell us. Hold it right there, orc scum. Or not orcs. Looks like Bibius seems to be the only one in this conversation that understands that concept. So these are guardians of Sicil, it seems, and that's where we're headed, so at least we're on the right path. Here's our orders. And of course, they can't breathe. So this brings up the cooperative dialogue option that Divinity has. It's a very cool feature which allows you to kind of roleplay between your 2 characters. So they want to bring us to see this wonderful wizard of Sicil, and Roderick thinks that's a great idea. And Scarlet, our other hero, has some options to be pretty cool with it or to throw a big hissy fit. She's just going to be okay with it. We're going to end that conversation and continue along and see what's going on. So by clicking and dragging objects in the game world, you're allowed to move them, as you can see, which is pretty cool. I think we'll see some application of that in puzzles later on throughout the game, I'm sure. Looks like down there we've got something going on, so orcs, according to our one guard. Let's see what's going on with these orcs, see if we can't help out. As I guess that was a giant siege engine. Huh. Okay. Teleportation out. Let's work, huh? Alright. Does a decent amount of damage, it looks like. Sort of hit everything on the path, if that's okay. It seems like we're having a little audio issue in terms of game volume or sound. The music seems to be cutting out. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much of a fix for that at this stage. So if you don't mind listening to me, feel free, we'll carry on. Hopefully the music will jump back in shortly. So it seems that the wizard class is pretty powerful, all things considered, at this stage in the game. And as it said on the main menu, don't expect everything to be balanced or optimized at this stage in the game. So I think for the duration of combat in this video, we're just going to keep spamming flare at everything. Ooh. Oh. Okay, seems our music's back now. Send, flare. Oh, almost took him out. Should finish this one off. Well-made shirt protection. That up. In combat, you can use the arrow keys to move around and get a better view of your surroundings, as you can see me doing here. And also an important note would be environmental hazards like this from that blown up oil barrel. As you can see, the fire sort of spreads around, and anyone who walks through there has a chance of getting burnt, as Roderick just did now. So you can see he's getting fire damage for every turn. You don't like that. We want that to happen to our heroes, yeah? Cast regenerate on ourselves. Try out this fire. So it looks like those guards have taken out the second orc trooper, so now we just have the shaman to finish off. Let's try out this fireball. Seems Roderick ended up killing himself in the process. He is dead, and he needs a miracle or resurrection. So, unfortunately, we seem to have lost one of our main characters. But Scarlet will soldier on, always remembering Roderick for the man that he was. As we move closer, we see Arhu. Arhu. He wants to welcome us. And we're going to ask about him. He's the wizard who summoned us here, it seems. Let's ask him about the murder we're investigating. It's marked a new darkness in this bedeviled town. Okay, he wants us to figure out everything. That seems to be all he has to offer by way of dialogue at this point. We'll back out. He wants us to meet him in his workshop. And we'll close the dialogue tree. And by pressing L, we can bring up our journal, which seems pretty standard. Gives us some insight into the events that have occurred so far. Secrets, trophies, and a map are all accessible as well. Very cool. Let's head on in and see what we've got around here. So you can see there's plenty of NPCs around. We've got a new waypoint. So that'll allow us to travel back to the one we saw earlier. Very cool. Control the party to the fortress on the left. Right. And at this point, I think we're going to end this quick preview. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked what you saw, feel free to subscribe to our channel for more videos. We'll be continuing coverage on Divinity Original Sin as the game continues in its development. Once again, I am Ray Pareka of EntertainmentBuddha.com. Thanks for taking the time to watch and have a great day.